Hello, welcome to Mystic Moons. I hope everyone is fine. Have you ever thought about aliens, space aliens? Did you ever think that maybe they're closer than you think? Did you ever think that maybe they're not in space, that they're actually here, walking in the streets, shopping apparently in the supermarket, laughing, taking the train with you, taking the bus with you, riding in cars, flying on airplanes, seated next to you in passenger seats. Maybe they're at a concert. Maybe they're at political rallies. Just maybe not all of us who look human are human. Have you ever seen an alien? Have you ever felt you were in a particularly strange situation? I have. Now, I've seen drones for decades, well, longer, since I was little. But once, when I was in Switzerland, I had a strange encounter. Right now, it's the one that still haunts me. I was sitting in an apartment, my own studio apartment. I was in a city in Switzerland, and all of a sudden, I was thrown on the bed, paralyzed on the bed. It was a 2-bedroom. Well, not a 2-bedroom. It was a 1-bedroom, but it was small as a studio, Switzerland style. And all of a sudden, these two dark figures, I guess you could call them shadow men. They were dressed they were broad in the shoulders. They had hats on. They had all dark clothes. And they were hovering over me, not hovering like flying, but they were like bent over, and I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I just watched. I wanted to get up. I wanted to scream. I wanted to do everything. It was in the afternoon, not even in the evening. And I don't know how much time passed, but I could not move. And while they bent over me, I couldn't hear anything. It was almost as though that I was like in a vacuum reality. And then the next thing I know, it was gone and I could get up. And I did get up and I ran over to a friend of mine's place, a painter, a crazy guy, but he was my friend. And the first thing I did when I went into his apartment, I looked to the left, not to the right of me, and there on the wall was a drawing of what I had seen, of one of the dark figures I had seen. That was so eerie. That person was a strange person. His name was Bruno. He was a Swiss guy. He was an abstract painter. I didn't say anything about the experience to him. I just noted the drawing and felt strange. I couldn't talk about it for some reason. I can't even say why. I didn't even want to talk about it. But let's assume that we have been not only the only beings on this planet. Let's ask the spirits, just if they're reptilians. I mean, we've heard about the different types of the tall whites, the other ones, blah, 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 blah. But let's ask, are there reptilians? And we've seen some either people, figures, political figures, show business figures, maybe say in jest, yeah, I've seen reptilians, I've seen them, or I'm not human, or like some people say I'm not human. Well, I'm not human. And then we've also seen weird humans who look like reptilians. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered another thing I've also have seen. I've also have seen some very pink looking reptilians in upstate New York, in a college town. I felt there was in the back of the house that I lived in. I felt there was some sort of like small portal, small gateway. And twice, one time I saw this very bright, kind of like bubblegum pink, small reptilian creature. And it was angry at me. But I thought, oh, am I hallucinating? What the hell is going on? And then another time I saw walking adult size, 6 foot something size. And it turned around and looked at me. This strange, I did a drawing of it. It's somewhere around in my collection. But there was this cold, dark gaze. And they was irritated that we locked eyes. Irritated. So let's ask the spirits, for those who wish to find out, wish to take that step. Spirits, are there reptilians in walking around all over the place? Are they living among us? Is it just a discussion that like people just say, oh, just to have, they have nothing else to say, but yes, I'm a reptilian, or yes, I have seen a reptilian, or what, I'm not human. Well, we do know that there are all types of humans. There have been clones of mammals. Dolly the sheep, what was that, 50 years ago, 40 years ago? Now we know that if they're doing sheep, cows, pigs, bugs, they're doing us too. We just haven't mentioned it. Now, let's ask, are there reptilians walking around us? Now, everybody sit down tight and send me your energy, send me your psychic energy. And if you'd like to hear more about the non-human elements of our so-called human societies that do war, destruction, and gaiety, and laugh, and kind words, cruelty, all sorts of things to each other, are we the only humans? Are there reptilians around us? Are these reptilians responsible for some of the leading, the brainwashing? Are there reptilians walking around us, living among us? Are there reptilians here? Now, we have seen hieroglyphics. We've seen many things with snake heads. And we do know, we mentioned time and time again, the Garden of Eden was not, the tree of knowledge was not inhabited by a milk snake, a garden snake. No. That's just this translation could be reptilians. If they were there once, or they there twice. Even the Vatican. For those of you who have seen the Vatican or been in the Vatican or seen pictures of the Vatican, you have seen the snake room, haven't you? The snake. The reptilian room. 2 eyes, fangs, huge. And sometimes the Holy Pope does even have sessions in that quarters. And we've also seen the rest of the Vatican. Is rather strange too. And this is the year of the snake, isn't it? Is it a coincidence? Now, the first thing we see is death. Death could be out with the new, or bring in the new, or bring in the old. Outmoded thinking is no longer tolerated. Death. New thinking, new thought, new revelations. Death. End of, beginning of. The road, and then the towers, the gateway, the end and the beginning. Think of this orb coming to you, coming to us, hailing from what? End of ignorance, beginning of knowledge. The next card we have here is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. The energy is chaotic. The energy is available. There's a lot of people that want to know. There's a lot. This is maybe it's becoming the dimensions are opening up. It's no longer time for humans to remain in ignorance of others, of other beings that are here. They are here because why would we have such a secrets? Secrets. And then we have the champion of coins, earth knowledge. Earth knowledge, the champion of coins. Something is being held and something is being opened. Something message is here. The message is here. Are we seeing? Are we feeling? Are there reptilians among us? We're not talking about the other ones. We're not talking about grays. We're talking about and here we have another one. We have the Six of Vessels, meaning there is not just one. There's many things to find out, many things to know, many things that are opening, many things that are not yet revealed but are being revealed. And then with the champion of coins. And then we have here the Six of Vessels. We have the urge to know, and maybe we finally have enough to find out. Maybe we can no longer keep secrets. There's too much turbulence in the air. There's too much turbulence. Now, what would stop everything and unite humanity? Humans. The humans. And here we have the Two of Wands. This still is a secret. People still want to keep, some humans want to keep the knowledge from all of us that they are reptilian. This is a reptilian race. Races, just like there are human races, there are different types of different beings. And then we have the wheel. It seems very well that there are reptilians walking among us, living among us, having activities with us. And for not just recently, but for a long time. And maybe they're getting tired of hiding, of being invisible. The visibility could be something. We cannot keep, how long are we going to keep these? Oh, they are demons. No, they're not demons. They're a race of beings. They're a race of beings whose belief may be contrary to ours. Of course, we've been sci-fi, mind controlled to think all aliens are a certain way. And they're not all Pollyanna, good, all beings that are not human, aren't all bad, and they're not all good. But reptilians have a reputation, don't they? Maybe it's because of the way they look, because of their logic, because of their coldness, because of their need to be, why have they been invisible? Because their looks scare us? Because we think they're freaks? Maybe we're the freaks. And maybe not. This is something that we have death, we have the Eight of Wands, plenty of energy around. We have the Champion of Coins, which is the message bearer about who really inhabits this earth. And then we have the Six of Vessels. The Six of Vessels. Secrets are now opening up. Even though the secrets, get back in the box, get back. Don't talk. But then again, we have the wheel. Life's wheel must reveal itself. I think we're in for an opening. We're in for some of us. Some of us will refuse to believe, and it would be kind of interesting to see that a lot of the sci-fi that we've watched over the years, over the decades, over lifespans, has actually had coincidence, which there are no coincidences in science, in realities. It's just information, data, slowly being trickled out, but coming out nevertheless. So I can see that we do have something. Reptilians are here. I don't think that we'd actually, even with a level of communication of looking at our smartphones, looking at, not looking at others, but looking at others in a way that we don't question their humanity, but maybe we should. Maybe we should ask if what we see talking to us, passing us, watching us, we watching them, is that really a human? Or is that something that is posing as a human? We should be able to tell. If something does not feel that it benefits the human race, then obviously it was not done by a human. Or it is done by a human that is controlled by someone, something else, some other entity. I think we should redefine our image of what we call demons, angels, spirits. And we should also conclude others, other beings, for instance, reptilian races. They're here. Are they underground? Are they in Area 51? Are they in the mountains? Are they in the cities? Are they in caves? Are they in the forest? They're somewhere, you know that. You know that reptilians do exist. And how long they will remain in the shadows, in the mysteries, is your guess and my guess. But my guess is they're ready to say hi. And maybe you may think it's the HIGH, hi, but maybe it's just the HI. Ni hao, hola, etc. We're here. Hello, how are you? Energy can be changed, of course. Energy can be changed with, first of all, can be changed with, well, breathe. First of all, breathe into your body because all our organs are sensed on oxygen, on breathing in air, breathing in heart beating, blood, action, thought, frequency, moving your body around, not staying still initially, but allowing yourself to experience where you want to be, where you should be, where you feel that you have yet to travel to. Energy can be changed. There's a process involved. First, you have to know where, from point A, what direction do you want to change your energy to? And then what spirits are around you? Soul energy. Soul energy. Soul energy. Depends how, when you look up in the heavens at night, and how far do you go outside and look at the heavens today, tonight, wherever you are, and see what feelings you get. If you get a feeling of How far away can you feel? How far away do you feel yourself go, vibrate? You need to find out what vibration you are in, and then how much energy you need to generate to go where you belong. If you'd like, I could do a reading for you and we could start investigating where you should go, how far you can go at this particular point, and what steps you need to take to make your soul graduation, maturation, develop, explore. All these things glide, fly, live. When you feel energies and move, that's good. That's good that you're curious because we're into a phase. A few days ago, we had a very strong developmental energies. Doors were opening. Doors are not completely closed. And once you're in a new phase, you're wanting to go and develop and grow. This is the time when your psychic impulses are coming, stirring. Sometimes not everything happens on a 1, 2, 3, 4, level 1, level 2, level 3. Sometimes you go poop, 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 poop. You go around too high, then you have to, you miss something, so you go back and forth, and almost like throwing, the game of marbles, you throw jacks. Sometimes your cosmic development can be like that. The main thing is to keep developing. Seek help where you can seek help. Think about where you want to be. Look at the heavens. All answers lie in the heavens and also within. The energy you feel from the heavens, take it within. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Charge up your system. You'll find out. You'll find out. We all are a swirling bunch, not a bunch, a swirling mass of energies. That's called life, the life force. Some of us have more of the life force than others. Some of us have more controlled life force. You must control these energies to go to your true destiny, to go to your true direction, to be who you should be. You must control. I would love to do a reading for you, if you would like. So we have to, how? Well, how would you do a reading? Well, I've been already in communication with you, and I feel the fact of when you have a stirring, and there are times that you get experiences that you can't really explain at the time you have the experience. Now, everyone knows that. Sometimes you have to digest something. Sometimes you need guidance. Sometimes you need triggers. Now, a reading could be a trigger. It could also be an investigation. It also could be doors. Now, if you would care to donate to me, and I can, first of all, I could seek to dissolve any blockage that these energies are causing, or maybe they're not flowing smoothly, getting the flow together. So if you wish to donate to me, we can start by finding out just what is causing these feelings. Well, you can use Cash App, or you can do Buy Me a Coffee. And once you have decided to be generous to me, I can explore psychically the inner parts of where your energies are taking you, of where, like I myself can feel at different times through looking at the stars. At night is very powerful for me. The planets, the asteroids, the darkness, the light. It kind of aids in the directions of where you want to go. Like, how much of a light person do you want to be? How much energy do you want to be? Do you want to be an alpha, a beta, gamma? Where is your comfort level? And come back when you're ready. Come back when you're ready. It's something you have to think about. Because once you go in that path of opening up, that's all humanity. That's the problem with humanity. We are not open enough. And I don't mean you're being silly or being like spacey. No, not at all. We are, our realities, who we really are, has been kept from us. Because we are very powerful, we are very intuitive, and we're also very nurturing. As much as we're told that we're not nurturing, we're weak, we're evil, we're chaotic. No, we're also quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. And that's the exploration. That's the chaos which is happening now, is finding out that we're not simple-minded creatures who came down from the trees naked with hair just in a few spots, and we lost our hair and then we walked upright. No, that's not us. That's not us. Just like the pyramids were not the tombs for wealthy Egyptians, that somehow were Macedonian, not Egyptians. We've heard so many stories about the Egyptians, and still we're being kept from the truth. Many ancient civilizations have come and gone, and still we're being told lies, fallacies, story tales. But the reality is so much more powerful, so much more satisfying. That's what we have to ask ourselves. Are there reptilians walking around among us? In other words, humankind. Are you sure when we look at another human that is a human? Is it an illusion of a human? Because we are too fearful to accept the fact that reptilians, among other beings, walk among us, are among us. We're not alone. You know that. We're not alone by we're not alone. We constantly see signs in the heavens, at night, in the skies. We call them orbs, we call them drones, we call them motherships, we call them spaceships, we call them anything but others, other beings. And then we're going, oh, brouhaha, garf, garf. No. We're taught not to trust our eyes, not to trust our hearts, which is why we have blockage inside, which is why we don't know who we are, because we're constantly having the truth withheld. The truth withheld. Well, the truth is going to be revealed. Is being revealed. For those who listen, for those who look, see, feel, embrace the cosmic order. Well, I'll come back again. If you have any comments, please share. Have you seen something that wasn't quite human? Have you seen reptilian people? Reptilian beings. That's a slip of the tongue, but maybe it's not. And if you want to hear more about the aliens that exist, the space aliens, or maybe they're the real humans and we're the humans again. Humans, the real beings, the real inhabitants, the real rulers are human beings, humankind, the real rulers, or are we just puppets having our buttons pushed? These are all questions. It takes more spiritual energy to find out. On this note, I'll end this. If you like to give to support this channel as we explore our humanity and who else is here, please consider giving a donation. We appreciate it. Mystic Moons is searching for answers, searching for revelations. I'm searching through the ether, searching through you and me together. We can find out who is here and why, and what is our purpose. And is this just a stop of the many planets that inhabit the cosmic realities that we all breathe, we all live in, under, with? Do you have a question? Have you seen what I've seen? Have I seen what you've seen? Don't think that humans are the only ones here. No. We live in a very, very cosmopolitan, cosmic-politan world. Reality. All right, until the next time, Mystic Moons is signing off.